This is something we've been focused on digital currencies for, a couple decades. This is something we've been focused on digital currencies for, a couple decades.
Firstly, what does financial inclusion mean? Financial inclusion means that there are people all around the world, from the US to Africa to Asia, all over, that do not get access to financial services like other people. And the reason is twofold. One is they typically have a very low income and they have no arrangement or no relationship already with a financial institution, so they have no credit history. And secondly, that the banks that serve in those countries, those are commercial organizations where they have shareholders that they have to be responsive to. And it's very difficult to make money out of people that have no money, right? It's a bit of a conundrum. However, with CBDCs, we can fix that. CBDCs are very low cost and can allow financial services to be provided on a much, much lower cost basis than we do today. So that will enable people to have simple payment opportunities. It will allow people to build up some credit history and have the ability to borrow some money so they can grow their business. I could go on and on and on about this, but I see that I'm up with my 60 seconds, so let's call it a day.
We're going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go, but clearly we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
And so we'll import Chinese-based CBDC technology. So it's going to be CBDC in a box provided to you by the People's Bank of China.
But every stock, every bond, every currency, every commodity, every piece of art, every private business, every piece of real estate will eventually be a token on a blockchain, an entry on a ledger, permanent and immutable. We will have truth instead of trust, and we will save over $7 trillion a year. 6 to 8% of global GDP is wasted by the friction of the trust industry that's necessary when you have dual entry accounting. With triple entry accounting, which is what a blockchain is, we get rid of all of that friction. It's a beautiful future.
Like what you see in China and their social credit scoring systems, right? If we get identity wrong, it could be a tool to enslave humanity. And if we get it right, it could be a tool to liberate humanity. And as an American, I'm obviously rooting for the one that's on the side of freedom.
Bitcoin is an international asset. And also, I do believe the role of crypto is, it's digitizing gold.
I actually believe this technology is going to be very important. Look at it. We have been part of a huge revolution in investing through ETFs. We believe that ETFs will be changing the whole way we invest. Many people still use it as a means, people are investing it for indexing. No, the majority of people who are putting money in in ETFs are active investors that are buying exposure. The entire bond market is being transformed as we talk right now. I believe the next generation for markets, the next generation for securities will be tokenization of securities. And if we can have that distributed ledger that we know every beneficial owner, every beneficial seller, we all have our code of who's buying, who's selling, instantaneous settlement. And think about it, it changes the whole ecosystem.
Chinese bank ICBC has been hit by a ransomware attack, and the U.S. Treasury market, as a result of that, has been disrupted. This, according to the Financial Times. We're getting it more right now with Bloomberg's Sonali Basak. Sonali, what do we know?
Listen, we have the Financial Times now reporting that ICBC, one of China's largest banks here, was hit with a ransomware attack. And remember, they're a very significant intermediary in the Treasury market. The SIFMA has told his members that this has been part of the reason here that the system is kind of clogged up, if you will. During that auction that we saw a little bit before, the attack had prevented ICBC, according to the Financial Times, from settling Treasury trades on behalf of other market participants. A large executive at a major bank also telling the paper that such a large party on the fixed income clearing corp creates major concerns, potentially impacting the liquidity of Treasury markets. Now,
it was not just a poor auction. It was absolutely lousy. And when the dealers have to step in to save a Treasury auction, that's a rare occurrence. And
welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Please inform your friends and family and spread it all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works, because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the books Cryptoteacher and the New World Order book. Remember, the New World Order book shows you how the world really works, and it is definitely time for you to wake up out of that sleep, especially in the times that we're in right now. Now, guys, I told you in 2023 in the first quarter, we would get an event, and now we have the banking collapse, which the master magicians pulled off the perfect distraction. And at the end of the third quarter, going into the fourth quarter, guys, we're going to have another main event. Now, of course, the markets will still pump and dump until we get that next crisis. Guys, we know they're going to pull that rug. And all we have to do is watch the Fed to know exactly when that's about to happen. And also, guys, I want to thank those who purchased the 3 Kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, much love to those who donate to the Cash App, Patreon. Much love. Keep it coming. Guys, if you're not a part of the Patreon, make sure you're donating to the channel through the actual Cash App. But guys, this next Bitcoin and crypto bull run is going to be a utility run. So you want to make sure you have the cryptos that have real utility. And much love to those who are shopping at both stores. Keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And right now, guys, we have Bitcoin and crypto flat. Do not forget CME opens tonight. We know it's going to move the market. And of course, in the morning, once yields get moving, then we know the market is going to move again. And then also, guys, we have the holiday this week. So we know liquidity is going to come into crypto. You have the stock market close, bond market close, and CME close, guys. And crypto doesn't sleep 24/7. Now we have Bitcoin fees skyrocket on ETF hype. Bitcoin fees at 11.6 million on November 16th, soaring by 746% in a year. And guys, we know Bitcoin ordinals didn't help. Now guys, make sure you watch the video I did last night. Went over Sam Altman and OpenAI. And right now the crisis escalates as more staff resigns after Sam Altman is removed. Now guys, remember, China is about to turn on these supercomputers. And they have their own chatbot. And then also we have Elon coming up with his chatbot. But guys, we know there's a bigger plan behind this. The only thing you have to do is sit back, get your popcorn, and let it play out. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now, guys, do not forget to pay attention to the actual indicators. We have yield rates, which the short end was rising, long end moving down, and we know that's all manipulation. We know no one wants this long-term paper, but of course, the dealers came in and saved it. And then, guys, we have the dollar, which dropped big, and we know that is great for markets. And right now, we have volume in crypto down. We have Tether and USDC. And TUSD. Now we have the BIS says that private stablecoins lack crucial mechanisms to ensure stability in the traditional fiat money markets. And guys, we know the central banks want to be in control of these stablecoins because we know the central banks want to control the supply and demand. And of course, if I'm controlling the supply and demand, I can do bank runs on these private stablecoins. We've already seen it. And remember, the crypto teacher told you, And then we have the Fed, repo at $935 billion on Friday. And guys, we're definitely seeing it slowly come down. We know Janet Yellen is tapping that. And now we see the IMF coming from behind the curtain, guys, because we know these CBDCs are ready to go. Remember, China is going to flip that switch in 2024, and then the United States is going to be falling behind on purpose, but flip the switch in 2025. And do not forget, 2025 is a Jubilee year. And then plus, guys, we know globally, they're testing universal basic income. They already done the test about giving out free money when it came to the C word. Now it's time to implement the plan. And remember, these crypto CBDCs are for the fourth industrial revolution, where the robots, algorithms, and drones take the economy over, pay each other with crypto, and the sheep go inside the metaverse. And we have China, the dragon, rising, and America the Babylon falling. Remember, America the Babylon is part of the legacy market. China the dragon is the new digital economy, along with the emerging markets. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. And then, of course, guys, we have Grayscale in about $28.8 billion on Friday. But getting over into a little crypto news, we have the Philippines to sell tokenized treasury bonds next week. And I've been over this, but guys, everything's going to be tokenized and put on blockchain. And a lot of people keep saying, oh, crypto took forever. Guys, it takes a long time to build a new economy. And that's the reason why crypto is taking 15 years to be implemented, because they're trying to create a whole new economy. And we know the mainstream media is not going to talk about the fourth industrial revolution. They're not going to tell you that the robots are going to be taking your jobs. They'll send one person here and there like Elon Musk to tell you the risk that comes with AI and these machines. But the fact is, when it comes to the mainstream media, they're going to feed you things that don't matter. The same thing when you click on your social media. It's going to feed you things that don't matter. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. But speaking of CBDCs, we have Ripple's James Wallace underscores CBDC's role in breaking financial barriers, financial inclusion. And guys, we know that's not what CBDCs are for. Remember, technology can be used for good or evil. And with CBDCs is programmable. They'll be able to tell you what, when, when, and how to buy, and you have 3 to 6 months to spend it or poof, it's gone. And majority of these major projects are pushing the NWO's agenda. Why? Because these major projects were funded by the big banks and big corporations from the beginning. And if you're a developer, you want a big bank and big corporation to come in and fund it and help it out. You need the money. And they're not conscious. The only thing they're trying to do is build. They're not looking at the ultimate agenda. But we know CBDCs are all about control. And then plus, guys, you can tax the planet. You're banking the unbanked, which means you're enslaving the unslaved. Because we know the banks are the biggest what? I'll let you finish that. And we know the crypto teacher gives you the truth, nothing but the truth. Yes, the truth hurts, but it sets you free. And we know my people perish from the lack of knowledge because they reject it. Not because it's not there, because they reject it. And in this age, guys, the people can see the truth, but they rather accept the lie. And by the time they wake up, we know the robots, algorithms, and drones would have taken over the economy. And remember, the crypto teacher told you, because he knows when it comes to the NWO, it's all planned out. But guys, all I have for you. Don't forget about the books, Crypto Teacher and the New World Order book, plus the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance. Do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys. Don't forget to go like, subscribe, spread everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get home stocks, the Seaver, the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home wishing they were still getting that free money, what are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know, I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York from COVID Stories 3. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.